Project Island is a project financed by Croatian Science Foundation and has the main aim to test possible impact of island-trapped waves phenomena on primary reproduction. The island of Lastovo and Bermuda, Hawaii, and Gotland in the Baltic Sea are the only islands in the world that generate a rare island-trapped waves phenomenon. Island-trapped waves is a well-known and significant oceanographic phenomenon that affects the vertical displacements of the pycnocline, and thus the mixing of the water column, the transport of nutrients, and the dynamics of primary reproduction. We assume that island-trapped waves is the main driver of primary production at a time of stratification in the oligotrophic waters of the Lastovo archipelago. In this project, an international group of scientists will test this hypothesis with interdisciplinary research using various methods and sensors with the aim of linking island-trapped waves with nutrient resuspension and primary production.
The idea of this project is to check how and does it affect the biology. As we all know, primary producers are the main drivers of the life on Earth. So we all need oxygen. So we do need some organisms who do provide us with the oxygen and organic matter. One of those organisms are marine phytoplankton. And around 50% of primary production is obtained by our seas, by marine phytoplankton. The problem with ongoing climate change and with temperature rise is that our oceans are getting depleted with the nutrients, so the primary producers cannot develop and we are having lower primary production. The problem is that if you have lower primary production, it also has a consequence on all the trophic levels, all the way to the fishes and to the mammals on the top. So this does concern us directly, food-wise, and of course the content of our atmosphere is mainly driven by those organisms. That's why it's very important to recognize some areas on our planet that have a hotspot of biodiversity and hotspots of primary production. So far we saw that these island-trapped waves around Lastovo Island does upwell the nutrients, we know that. We know that there are some response in bacteria plankton, heterotrophic and phototrophic parts of the phytoplankton. We see that also it changes how the zooplankton reacts in these regions. And we started to do also the primary production measurements that we did this year, and now we are trying to put all our data together to analyze them further, and especially as an added value to the project is to put all those parameters into the models and to use the satellite measurements, to use the data that we have available from the satellites, to get them together with our in situ measurements that we got, and actually to have a more comprehensive idea about the primary production in the Adriatic Sea, and especially how much of the primary production does change with this physical phenomenon.